So some of you might have found me through my naked Twitter page, or perhaps you saw some viral video of me in a towel trending here on YouTube. Maybe you found me through my recently deleted Instagram because Instagram is made up of fascists who hate nudity and gay people. But did you know that I also have an OnlyFans? Which to me is very strange because as somebody who struggles to enjoy sex with other people, as somebody who is a very proud, embodied nudist and proud masturbator and proud sensual being who makes love to his husband and selective others, I wouldn't think of myself as the kind of person who would have an OnlyFans. But today I thought it'd be interesting to tell the story of why and how this came about, and also what do I do there and how do I justify it in my head as making sense and not being something shameful. Because I think for a lot of people, it very much could be. So hey, if we haven't met before, my name is Kaylin. I'm an ecstatic spirituality coach. I'm the author of a couple books, and I host this YouTube channel, Ecstatic Self, where we explore the intersection of meditation and spirituality, sex and sexuality, masculinity, gayness, and then bringing it all together about how do we find belonging, integration, and authenticity within ourselves. I work with people all over the world one-on-one to help them reconnect with inner self, and you can find me here and a lot of other platforms. So let's start off at the very beginning. A very good place to start. Back in 2022, early in 2022, we had a friend visiting us from Europe who is a nudist and also a very talented photographer. His name is Patrick Emanuel. He runs a blog called Free Guys. And he really very much inspired me with his beautiful artistic nude photography. And to be fair, taking nude selfies is something that I've always kind of enjoyed. I've always been a bit of an exhibitionist. In my 20s, I started posting like nude selfies on like Reddit and things like that. Hell, some of my earliest YouTube followers came from Reddit who knew me from there. That's actually how I got a following at the very beginning of this YouTube channel. But anyhow, he inspired me, and one morning I woke up and it was this beautiful, gorgeous sunrise outside, and I thought, damn, that's beautiful. I want to run out and do some naked photography. And so I grabbed my camera, and the photos that came up were just stunning. They're still actually some of my very favorite photos I've ever taken. One of them I want to have framed and put on my wall because it's really quite gorgeous. And I thought, well, I'm not going to post this on my regular Twitter feed because I want to keep that work appropriate. Why don't I just create a separate one? And I didn't tell anybody on my regular socials that I was doing this. I just posted them there. And immediately I was getting a huge following. I think I got like 7,000 subscribers in the first like 2 or 3 days. Like, it was fast. And so of course with that, I had people reaching out to me saying, do an OnlyFans, do an OnlyFans. And I was like, hell no, absolutely not. That feels skeevy to me. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel integrated with the rest of the stuff I'm doing, like all my beautiful work that I'm so proud of here on YouTube. But my husband, in his infinite wisdom, said to me, he's like, Kaylin, I really do not care if you post naked stuff online. I think it's hot actually. But if you're gonna do that, I would prefer if you could make a little bit of money off of doing it, especially since your YouTube channel's not monetized. You know, please stop giving everything away for free. So I tried it. I created an OnlyFans, and I'm gonna be honest, the first couple months it felt super awkward. I did it for like 3 months and then ended up stopping just because I was like, I'm not into this, I feel embarrassed. It just doesn't feel good. Also, at the time I was going through this huge transition. I had just gotten back from a spiritual retreat in Peru where I had almost died, and like a lot was going on in my personal life. But we make the best decisions we can with the information we have available. And as I continued to evolve and grow as a person, and I started to feel more open about my sexuality and working through some more of the shame I felt around my sexuality, I thought, you know, maybe I'm able to reapproach this. So I relaunched it in the fall of previous year, 2022, and came at it from more of a place of empowerment. And there was a conversation that happened before I did that really stuck with me. I have a friend in Chicago who's a gay man in his 50s who said to me, Kaylin, one of the things I love about you posting content on OnlyFans is that you demonstrate that you can be the same person everywhere you go. That you can live a life that's integrated. Because a lot of people act totally different when they're in a social setting versus when they're in a bathhouse. That they act like different people with their lover, than with their friends, than with their parents, than at work. And what he said to me is, I so appreciate seeing that you show up the same in each of these spaces. And that's really something to aspire to, and it's also something that I don't really see anywhere else. But one of the things that I always stress as being very important with anything that you're putting out into the world is it has to feel integrated with you. It has to be something that you enjoy, that feels like it's integral to your morals and your sense of identity. And so for me, like, I was very clear, like, I didn't want my OnlyFans to be porn. Like, first off, I don't even have that much sex with other people, and very rarely do I engage in the type of sex that one would want to videotape, video record. What do we call it nowadays? Just record? Shoot video? I don't know. And so what I would post on OnlyFans is kind of like a slightly more explicit than Patreon would allow, right? Because Patreon allows nudity, but absolutely nothing sexual. So for me being like, okay, well, we can explore mindful masturbation. We can do naked meditation and yoga. We can talk about kinks and body shame and insecurities. We can talk about self-pleasure and meditations that involve sexual energy. I can post my naked photography on there. When I find somebody who has work that feels analogous to me, something that's similar, whether they're a massage therapist or a yogi or a tantric practitioner or a healer of some kind. And yeah, I have done some collabs, not a lot, or just a friend, right? Somebody that I feel a connection with, where I interview them, I ask them to tell me, what does intimacy mean to you? Can you demonstrate what that means? And maybe we videotape ourselves doing a little bit of play. But it's something that's really in a lot of ways wholesome. I frequently get people DMing me saying, I love what you put out here because it isn't porn, it's educational. It's teaching me how to reconnect with my body. It's teaching me how to reconnect with sexuality in a positive way. It's teaching me how to connect with other people in a more meaningful way. There are videos of me and my husband making love. His face is blurred out for his privacy, but showing what does real lovemaking look like? What does real connection look like? And so even though I wouldn't think of myself as being the type of person who would have an OnlyFans, even though I'm very sex positive and very nudity positive and very pleasure positive and stressing the importance of being in your body and letting go of shame, I have found a way to make it work for me. And frankly, it's been a really positive aspect in my life because my YouTube isn't monetized, because coaching clients are great, but I purposely structure it so that they don't work with me indefinitely. I want them to cycle off. And so to have something that feels a little more stable, that isn't so reliant on individual people as more of just a group sort of response, it's been a really meaningful change in my life. So I'm really grateful for it. It's something I would have never seen myself doing, but something that has been a lot of fun and brought a lot of positive rewards for me. And if anyone has any judgment about it, because I do see people from time to time leave comments online judging people who have OnlyFans, is to say, why? Are they enjoying themselves? Are they hurting anyone? Are they proud of their bodies or the pleasure they're able to give themselves or other people? Like, why should there be shame around that? I don't understand the shame people have around their bodies. Like, they should be celebrated. They're there to be enjoyed. I don't understand the shame people have around sex and sexuality. Like, look, we all do it. Pretty much every one of us. Why is it secret? Why is it dirty? Why is it shameful? Get over that. One of my favorite videos I posted on OnlyFans, which is actually something that inspired a YouTube video I did a couple months ago, was doing a naked striptease, or getting naked in a striptease, while talking about my issues of body insecurity, talking about areas where I have body dysmorphia, or body areas where, I feel insecure because of XYZ. Like, that's not something I'd ever seen anybody do before, but I found it powerful and meaningful. So, anyhow, I hope that explains why I made that choice, and I hope it also inspires you to maybe make choices in your own life that you might enjoy, that maybe you're holding yourself back from. Are there things that you would like to do, but for fear of public censure, for fear of whatever someone else might say, you don't? I hope that this maybe inspires you to live a little more boldly.